Welcome back to the garden, everyone. It is a lovely sunny day today. I've been working again. Been working quite a bit recently, so there's not a lot to show you, but we'll have a little look at what I've been doing over the last week. So first things first, we are in the greenhouse and we need to do some watering, but everything is doing okay. All my Lismachias are coming through okay. Impatiens are just starting to go through. Begonia torsa's not doing anything at the moment. Hopefully they're okay. Belita striatala is all fine. Trictis is fine. Everything is fine. The fuchsia microphylla, iffy. But this one, which is the big one I had from a couple of years ago, is okay, but it has barely got any roots on it. A few salvias look like they haven't made it, but the others have. No signs of the Rocoia or this Aracema at the moment, but then I've got a couple of more Aracemas that don't seem to be doing anything at the moment either. All the mangaves and agaves are all fine. My peas are starting to shoot through. You can see where when they're on the floor the mice managed to get in, so I need to sow a few extras. Canna's fine. This Hedychium I don't think has made it. This is all mushy. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that there is some life down the bottom there. And then some of my seedlings, they're all doing okay. Again, some of the nasturtiums aren't going to come through because the mice got to them as well. One fern, the other one looks like it's got too dry and died. This salvia is always a late one, but I don't think that's made it either. And my sweet peas are still fine, and the leeks are fine. A little bit dry though. Again, more watering. Then behind me, the potatoes, the first earlies are all good. This is my Farmer Gracie order. So basically everything is coming up. The cardiocrinum is not showing its head yet, but I did have some growth on it when I planted, so hopefully, again, fingers crossed, that will just take a bit of time. My Bocking 14 comfrey is all starting to sprout up. This is a new one today, so we've now got 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 11, so hopefully the others are just a little bit further behind. My dahlias are all shooting there. Got some mashua in these pots. They don't seem to be doing anything either, but I don't know whether it's a bit too early. It's my first year growing them. Then one of my big Aracemas had the flower spike on it. That's died, but we've had nothing else since, so I'm not sure. And then I've got 2 more Aracemas down here that have yet to do anything. And then in this pot is a new purchase from the weekend. This is Bechonera eucoides, so I've had to cut the leaves off at the bottom to be able to pot it up nicely, but good for me. Bought a pot on Sunday and potted it up on Sunday, so not sat in a pot for 2 years like it normally is. Then out in the garden, we'll go left out of the greenhouse, and ta-da! We have done the rabbit proofing on this side, and touch wood, it is working. We've had no more, well, we've had rabbits in the garden, but not coming from this side, and they're not in this side of the bed, as can be seen by the fact that the begonias are now actually leafing out. But yeah, this wasn't as much of a job as my wife and I thought. It took us like maybe half an hour to do once the posts were in, and then all the blocks are there just to stop the rabbits from getting in underneath. I've got pegs on order. They should be coming in the next day or so, and we'll take a little wander down this path. I need to order some more of this fern. I can't remember what it is, but I will order some more of that for this bed. Everything in this bed though is doing really quite well. It will not be long before the peonies start coming out, and there's no more holes from all the rabbits. At long last I can start planting this bed up properly. I also had 3,000 litres of mushroom compost to come the other day on Friday, So that's all in bags waiting to be put out. So this is bed number 1 on the list to be done, because I want this bed done and dusted for the year. And then it goes all the way down to the very end here. So that's all fine. Some bad news is the, not Mahonia, Melianthus major that I had down here, was just behind where that lily is, has definitely died by the looks of it, as has my main clump. It seems to have been a bad year for them. Talking of bad years, this Akuba is really not happy. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure whether it got waterlogged over winter and hated it, or got too dry and hated it. But it went like this literally over maybe a couple of weeks. I've checked it and there's no pests on it. Whether there's pests in the roots, we'll find out. But yeah, not happy. Then up the garden, the daffodils have all finished, but the apple blossom is all still out. Up the garden, we'll go over this way, and this bed is a bit of a state because we've got rabbits. This is definitely active because all of that dirt and rubble was in the hole a couple of days ago, and now it is out of the hole, and this is getting itself eaten every few days by them, so I need to put something around that soon. But yes, this is going to be probably the weekend's job, I think. Try and block this hole up with some big heavy concrete blocks. I mean, the hedge and the fence is not really anything to write home about, so they could get out and over, but it'll be whether or not they want to come on this side or the neighbour's side. But this bed will look a lot better once it's all been neatened and tidied up, as will this bed. Once we get the summer plants in there, the pumpkins or squashes, whatever I decide to grow, still got to sow them, and the insetti. Then this end is looking very sparse with the pruning, but it's already, you know, leafing out. Almost don't recognise the fact that it was anything there. This end is not doing too badly. This definitely needs, I mean, this is 3 or 4 foot over now. This needs a cut. This bamboo needs to come out. But the gunnerer is doing very well. You know, considering it doesn't get an awful lot of light, I need to come in here and weed and manure it all. It's getting regular watering, as is the tree fern this year, because I bought some new watering hoses and stuff. My Xanthodecia down there is a little bit small, or certainly small compared to the thistle there, but I want to move that over this side and do something with this bamboo. Then up here I've just given this a little bit of a tidy up, and we've got some new plants from the weekend. So I managed to find a spotty dotty, so I picked myself one of those up. And what else was it? Here it is, a spider's web fatsia. So that's going to go in here, I think, because that is where the Melianthus major is / was, and is really not looking too good. What is looking good though is this Woodwardia unigemata. I mean, look at that. That's a lovely, lovely frond on that. And it's got quite a few of the new ones, and there's a few coming out still. So hopefully that will do alright this year and just improve year on year. And then up here, the miscanthus is starting to come through. I cleared all the debris from cutting it, all the old growth back down. The Banksian rose is looking gorgeous again. It's kind of tucked away in the corner around the back here. I need to kind of make this more of a focal point. There's ideas in the head, but it's just time, isn't it? Time and money. But it's looking absolutely lovely. Unfortunately, this is the double one, so it doesn't have a fragrance. Lutescence does have a fragrance, but is a single bloom. The Fagecia is all shooting. That's going to need my hatchet job there. That will need thinning out again this year, I expect. eucomis all coming out. I did tidy up the phormium, so there's only a few dead leaves on this, but these are still really firm, so I don't try and take them out if they're that hard. And I need to repair the fencing around it to keep it upright a bit more. And I done some pruning on the jasmine, so there's a little bit of growth coming back, but hopefully that will not be all the way up and over the roof again. And then I've tidied up the main patio area and given it all a good clean and de-weed, brushed all the rubbish out, and moved some pots around and potted some bits up. So the red cordylines, although they look sad, have come through again without any protection outside. I mean, they don't look as good as the ones in the shops at the moment, but you know, they've got a good root on them. Hopefully with some heat and some water and feed, they'll rocket away. This one was over by the bootia, which I presume was giving it some protection, because this one didn't have any real damage to it. Then I've potted up my big wisteria here in just in a normal grey black pot thing, but that's hopefully going to flower in the not too distant future. I'm hoping I've got flowers this year. Everything down here is all set up ready for more plants to come out. Need to sort the yuccas out because they are looking quite nasty. Then my other big purchase at the weekend was an Empress Wu. So this is Hosta Empress Wu. Lots of you will know this plant. This is a bit of a monster for hostas, but it's got gorgeous like veination on it. Really nice. Need to water that actually as well. And that's about it at the moment, guys. It's end of April. May's just around the corner. And I'm trying to keep myself not too busy. Oof, I've got some bamboo that needs to come out. That's running a little bit. But yeah, there's jobs to do. This Musa needs a cut back. But I'm not rushing myself to do stuff. I'm enjoying the garden this year because I'm really busy with work, so I need to just have some time to enjoy things. But this is looking great. The Dracunculus vulgaris, the Rheum palmatum, and then some Hemeroculus daylilies. So we'll leave it at that today, guys, and we will be back again next week, and we will see what I've done over the weekend, because it's looking nice, but next week the weather is turning with some rain again.